Have you ever wondered why you keep bringing the same relationships over and over? You make the same financial mistakes over and over. It doesn't matter how much effort you make to change it. Let me tell you why. Science has now proven that our brain puts out frequencies according to the thoughts and the feelings that we are having. And when those thoughts and those feelings become strong enough, those frequencies bring to your world matching frequencies in the form of things, people, and events. So if what you are bringing into your life, you do not like it or you would like to improve it, then let's talk about it. How do we do that? Very simply, we have to change the frequency that we are broadcasting. Remember, ask and you shall receive. That's a law. It's a cosmic law. Whatever we ask intensely, we get it. Meaning that whatever we have in our world today, we ask for it. Every single thing. So if we want to change what we are drawing, let's change the frequency. Personalize what is feeding the antenna that is broadcasting. Let's just imagine that our brain is an antenna and is being fed by two tanks. One, we call it the positive tank. Things that are good. Love, generosity, self-improvement, creativity, all those good things that we want to manifest. But the other part, the other tank, let's call it lower frequency tank, which is composed of things like disappointment, fear, anger, traumas of the past, and limiting beliefs, and things like that. So at any given time, we are being fed by both tanks. Now science now also says that there's 400,000 impulses per second that we are projecting. That's a lot. Maybe there's more, but 400,000 is plenty. However, only about a few hundred of those we are conscious of at any given moment. So meaning that whenever we are in whatever environment we place ourselves in, we are picking up out of those 400,000 only a few hundred of those. And out of those few hundred are from the positive tank and from the negative tank. We are broadcasting that. A lot of that is an unconscious mind, because nobody wants to consciously broadcast anger or frustration of things like that. But we are unconsciously. So the first thing to do is to analyze and to become aware of what are those lower frequencies that are feeding our brain. And then we can do something about it. So let me show you something. All right, here's Claudia. I'm going to ask Claudia if she can help me for this demonstration. Would you be willing to help?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm going to do a little bit of called muscle testing with Claudia. So would you raise your arm to about this much?
Sure.
Very good. So I'm going to press a little bit and I'm going to ask Claudia to resist. Resist. She isn't strong. Would you say yes?
Yes.
Resist. Would you say no?
No.
Resist. Your name?
Claudia.
Resist. Say I'm George.
I'm George.
Resist. Good. I'm talking to her body. So let's now, when she says something that's positive or truth, she's strong. When something that's not truth, she's weak. So it's yes or no. When it's weak, means her brain is receiving false signals, which brings it down. So would you think about something beautiful? Resist. She's strong. Would you think about maybe a dog barking at you? Very good. So you see, that's how the brain works. The thought of the dog barking at her picks up some fear that hits her brain and weakens her power. So I'm going to use this for the following demonstration. I would like you to say, I am worthy of abundance.
I am worthy of abundance.
Resist. Says no. Her mind says yes, but her subconscious says no. Would you say also, I deserve to have lots of prosperity?
I deserve to have lots of prosperity.
Resist. Weak. Say, I deserve to be truly loved.
I deserve to be truly loved.
Resist. So again, we could go on and on and on. Thank you, Claudia.
Thank you.
So what's going on there? When she says, I deserve to be fully abundant, her mind, her conscious mind says, of course I do, but her subconscious mind is allowing all the past traumas and limiting beliefs about abundance to kick in and hit the antenna of the brain. Therefore, she's not sending the signal that she wants to. So let's talk a little bit about what are those traumas and limiting beliefs. A trauma of the past is simply something that we created. Remember, ask and you shall receive. We have the power of free choice. We can create anything. We are creators ourselves. We create our own reality, minute by minute. But most of it is unconscious, and most of it, it's not what we really want. But it is what we're broadcasting. Our constant broadcast is creating our own reality. So a trauma of the past is simply when perhaps you were 2 or 3 years old, you were with your mother at home, and your mother had to go pick up something across the street at the store for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. You were playing with your toys, so she just quickly stepped out for a few minutes, and all of a sudden you heard the door close, you called your mom, she wasn't there. Then you thought that you called your mother several times, she wasn't around. You thought your mother left you. And then you start feeling the pain of being alone or being left alone. You feel so much pain that in order to survive that pain, you had to create something. You had to tell yourself how to get rid of that pain. And you said, I am unlovable. Whenever I love someone deeply, they love me, they leave me, and I'm okay if I'm alone. So your mom comes back a few minutes later, she comes and hugs you, it's too late. You already programmed yourself. You already wrote that software in your mind because you have the power to it. It took you only a moment. As you go through life, then whenever you get into a relationship or get close to someone, you don't want to feel that pain again of being abandoned. So you act out certain things in order not to happen. So you keep the loved ones at a distance, or you never get close to someone. You begin to draw into your world relationships or people who love you that will match that frequency of abandonment. And that goes over and over and over again. So that is a past trauma. A limiting belief is even deeper. It's something that is in your mind, because the past trauma is in your emotional body. A limiting belief is in your mental body. It's something that has already, a trauma that was created a very, very long time ago. It has turned into a limiting belief. I do not deserve abundance. I do not deserve to be loved. Things like this. So as long as those things are hitting our antenna of our brain, it doesn't matter how much good we want to broadcast, how much prosperity, how much love we want to broadcast. The fact is that some of that lower frequencies are being part of our broadcast, and the result is a mixture of it, of the good and the bad. And that's what it is very difficult to change. The solution is very simple. We need to have a way of dissolving or disconnecting, at least temporarily, the lower frequencies that are hitting our brain. And then, while they are disconnected, we need to take the higher frequencies and intensify it and broadcast a very powerful frequency to draw into our lives things, people, and events that match the higher frequency. Claudia is going to help us again. So Claudia, would you raise your hand again?
Absolutely.
All right. So I'm going to say yes again.
Yes.
Say no.
No.
Good. I'm talking to her body now. I want to ask Claudia to hold the cell phone right to her ear. Would you hold it and resist? There's wick there. Okay. Now, would you hold also this and resist again? Now she's very strong. Very strong. Press much harder. She's very strong. Okay. Very good. So I would like also, Claudia, now raise your hand again and say, I deserve to be fully abundant.
I deserve to be fully abundant.
Resist. Now, would you hold this? I deserve to be fully abundant.
I deserve to be fully abundant.
Very good. I deserve to be fully loved.
I deserve to be fully loved.
I deserve lots of prosperity.
I deserve lots of prosperity.
Very good. Would you think of something that is perhaps distressing to you? A little difficult to you in your life right now?
Okay.
Think about it. Resist. She's weak. So when she thinks about it, there's enough lower frequencies hitting her brain and takes her power down. Now, would you hold this and think about the same? resist. Again, she's very strong. So there's no lower frequencies that are hitting her brain. Even though she's aware of it, it's not taking any of her power down. Thank you very much, Claudia. So what is this? This is called the Genie of power, like the genie in the bottle. It's a high frequency amulet that when you have it with you, it's able to shield your brain from any incoming lower frequencies. It grounds the lower frequencies, so allows only the high frequencies to vibrate. That is why the cell phone EMF doesn't hit her brain. The thought of something that is distressful normally would take her power down. It doesn't hit her brain. The limiting beliefs that, yeah, I do not deserve to be abundant, doesn't hit her brain, so she can continue to broadcast higher frequencies without being interrupted by lower frequencies. So all the subconscious limiting beliefs and traumas and negative things that normally hit our brain and also part of our broadcast are no longer being active, are being blocked, are being shielded. So Claudia is able to broadcast something high with 100% of power. So that's what it is. So what is exactly, how did this came into being? Well, I was a monk for 22 years. I lived in a yoga monastery, and we did a lot of meditation every day. So during that time, I saw the importance of the mind over the body, and what's most important, when we are able to tap our souls, to connect to our souls, that has an immediate and positive effect on our minds and on our bodies. So after many years of meditation, it was given to me how to tap frequencies from a spirit, from very high vibrations into physical matter. It takes me like a month to do this, 15 different frequencies, every other day a different frequency. And once it's all fully charged, this amulet, when it's worn, and you have it with you, and you're able to broadcast a high frequency, it completely shields your brain from lower frequencies and allows you that the true law of attraction to be activated. You're able to broadcast something high without contrary frequencies long enough until the desired result is manifested. So that's what it is. The Genie of power that grants you your noble wishes. A noble wish meaning something that is in your highest interest and the highest interest of others and in tune with the cosmic plan. You won't be able to remember some of the limitations you had before. Some of the things that bothered you before, they're no longer there because your brain has been reprogrammed with frequencies of the soul, and you're able to broadcast only higher frequencies that draw into your life things, people, and events to match those high frequencies. In that way, you become the master of the moments of your life, or the architect of your destiny, like the great Paramahansa Yogananda has said. So let me show you a little bit what other people are experiencing with it.
My name is Claudia, and I've been practicing the Genie of Power method for several months.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dolores Spazzino, and I'm here to talk to you about the Genie of Power.
Hey, hi, I'm Tanya Brown.
Sylvia Becker-Hill, and I'm an executive coach. I use the Genie since around 6 weeks, and the first month was like magic.
Sherry Gideons, I'm a transformational thought leader, and I've been using the Genie system for about a month.
The greatest benefit that I've received from the Genie method is a way of thinking about the world, and about how I perceive the world, and how I know that I have the power to change my conduct and the world around me. It is very easy to use the Genie method.
Last night was the first time that after years of trying to meditate, going through different systems, trying to quiet my mind, it was the first time that I actually experienced what everyone talks about of hitting that higher level, on that higher plane. It wasn't where I felt sleepy, tired, just relaxed. I actually felt that I went to a different place for the very first time.
This little guy right here has brought in more positive things in my life, opportunities, possibilities beyond my beliefs that I wrote a book and I'm not even scared about it.
I don't even recognize so many parts of myself anymore after working on this method. You know, for years, I've done affirmations, different types of healing, meditation classes, all sorts of workshops. And I was never able to achieve the state of stillness, of joy and peace.
And really opening up to my noble thought has begun to really manifest some incredible people in my life. I'm noticing that I'm no longer having any, thoughts where I have to really struggle with responding, that I'm just feeling a sense of joy and happiness.
One of the most useful things that I've found with the Genie of Power is that life is just a lot more easier and simpler, and it's not a struggle anymore.
I had my highest revenue since years, and I'm attracting resources in a way and in a speed I've never done. So what I learned from Eduardo, not just how to use the Genie, I learned from him how to manage my own emotional and energetical state.
It's every day I wake up and I just wait to see what gifts I'm going to unwrap and what new things I'm going to discover about myself.
The most important thing is that I'm calm. I have a lot of energy because I'm excited, but this keeps you grounded and it keeps you focused, and it seriously just helps you keep the negative out, keep the good stuff in.
Magic is just happening, and just the connections and the opportunities that have come my way because of this have just been wonderful. It's what manifestation should be all about.
And one very specific thing I use from what he taught me is how I can connect whatever goal I pursue with a noble cause, with something much bigger beyond myself.
And I look forward to the amazing things that are manifesting in my life just from this and using the Genie method. I'm very, very happy.
You can use it every day, and you can use it anywhere where you're at. So if you're at your home, at your office, if you're on vacation, it doesn't matter where you are, you can do the Genie method.
Most importantly, my heart. I feel so aligned with my soul and my purpose and what I'm here to do, and connected to make a difference with people. And it just means the world to me. I'm just so grateful.
If you meditate with this and journal 15 to 20 minutes every single day, if not 2 to 3 times a week, just give yourself that time. I'm telling you, your life will shift.
If this resonates with you and you want to get started, please contact us. We will be more than happy to help you and get started so you can have a fantastic transformation in your life. Thank you so much and have a wonderful life.